Welcome back to another discussion on FAITHTalk.
My name is Deji.
Gbèmó.
Anu.
Chi.
Ohimai.
Abby.
Blessing.
Alright, so first discussion question will be... Alright, I'm going to start with causing other people to fall. So, I feel like people go to church for different reasons, right? And as a new, not even new, like even as a regular Christian, like it's very easy. I mean, we talked about how like we know that the devil is not like just sitting there and letting you enjoy your Christian life. Like there are ways for us to easily like fall, and like people is also like a means for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so how would you first of all like identify someone else causing you to fall, as well as like also avoid being that person to make someone else to like fall into sin? Sometimes it's always quite like you wouldn't know how much effect like being like having a relationship with that person is to you, or not even having to have a relationship with that person. You could just be someone that you see every Sunday and maybe you don't know who you are like causing to fall. I'll say that kind of thing. So first of all, like how would you like react in that kind of situation? Because you wouldn't know when you also start like behaving like the way the person is doing, just based on sin and like I'll say like lusting as well.
So like from a guy to a girl, or like
not just a guy to a girl, like in general. Because okay, first of all, the Bible says like dressing appropriately, right? I mean that's open to interpretation, we know that, but at the same time, like you see this person, like I said, people go to church for different reasons. Like some people are just like spirits that the devil are using to bring, I'm serious, like to just cause distraction in the church. But you are being that person, and also like
You're like a victim.
like before you know it, you also start like you start doing the same thing that the person is doing, not understanding that that person is kind of
not there for the same reason.
not there for the same reason as you are.
If anything, I think I've learned that you should always be your brother's keeper. There are certain things that people around you begin to learn about. Okay, something that I don't see as a big deal is a big deal to someone else. And the more you grow closer to Christ, there are things that begin to become convictions to you that years ago, like dressing a certain way, as you said, wouldn't have really bothered me. But now, obviously, I'm older and different. You begin to, I don't know, I feel like your as you grow older, the way you dress begins to evolve and change. And two, and the closer you grow to Christ, there are things that he begins to say, okay, hey, this is something I should probably look out for. That okay, to you this might not be a big deal, but this is low-key causing this person to fall, kind of thing. I don't know if that answers your question.
But then again, you wouldn't even realize like you are causing, because to you.
Okay, so I'm looking at that perspective. Growing up, my dad is a pastor, and there were certain things that, like, with me being a pastor's kid, I couldn't do. So, like, my dresses couldn't be super short, my arms couldn't be out. I had to watch my cleavage to make sure it's not revealing. But then you see other pastors' kids and other pastors' wives doing it, and it's like, but they're doing it, and you know, in your mind, you think it's a sin. And so for me, I kind of fell a victim to it, because I started looking at them like, if they're pastors' kids and they can do it, why can't I? Like, what's the problem? And then one thing my dad always would tell me is that, you know, you're not looking to them, you're looking to God as the author and the finisher of your faith. Like, why are you worried about what they're doing? Just focusing on yourself. And like, it didn't work in the beginning. I actually tried, but it didn't look good on me. So I guess just me knowing that they're not the goal and Jesus is the goal, it kind of helped me to want to do better for myself.
I like also growing as a Christian, there are certain things like you said on social media. I'm not a pastor's kid or anything like that, but seeing different things on social media, like, oh wow, this pastor wife and this pastor is dressing like this. I think it's also number one, if they wear a certain thing, like you wear it, it's not going to look the same. You actually have to understand that we all have different body types, exactly. So something that could look appropriate on someone else could not look appropriate on you, kind of thing. So it's at a point there's definitely some general like guidelines that you should. This is just sense. But there are also personal convictions you begin to get, what I was kind of like drawing to, about what you should and should not do. And once you also begin to, for me, it was kind of like hearing other people's experience. You're kind of like, okay, hey, this is something that can actually trigger someone else, and you should begin to like.
And I feel like even if you don't have that conviction, if you know that you're in a place of leadership, you yourself should watch what you're doing, because you never know what it is that you're doing that can actually cause someone to like fall. Like, so the pastor's wife and the pastor's kids, they didn't know that their dressing was what was making me feel bad about myself. But like, because they were in that eye, they should need to like, I guess, understand that you have people who are looking up to you. So it could be anything from your hair to the way that you say jokes to the way that you interrupt people. Like, you never know what it is that someone may pick up on, and it's like, oh, this person, I didn't know that Christians could do that. So you just have to be careful for yourself and for the people that you're leading.
Yeah, and I also wanted to like add that like just like if you see someone that you feel like you're trying to do the same thing they're doing, but you're feeling convicted, then definitely you should also like try to like talk to that person and see maybe the Holy Spirit is trying to convict them too, but they're just like kind of ignoring like his voice kind of situation. To actually talk to them as well as the same way you're receiving the message, you should also be like addressing the person to see like maybe the Holy Spirit is talking to them and they're trying to like ignore the voice that, you know, I want to do whatever I want to do. And then I think another thing is, I feel like with society right now, everybody's trying to do like mind your business, drink water.
I'm
saying
2019, we didn't come to chop and salt. Like,
everybody's saying mind your business, but at the end of the day, I feel like exactly like the reason why we are all on earth is to like help someone else to be better, and vice versa too. So which will lead me to my next thing about like people purposefully giving others wrongful advice. So
Purposefully?
yeah, like
they know it's wrong.
They know it's wrong, but they're also like, I don't know. I feel like out of like envy. I don't know if it's envy or jealousy or spite. I don't know. But
I mean, it could even be God. Like, the Bible says that if you're very stuck in your ways and you go to someone for advice, God already knows your heart. So if he knows that that's what you're determined to do, then he'll tell the person to tell you lies.
I think I know the Bible verse you're talking about.
Like,
I'm not sure about the way.
Yeah.
If you go to
like
if
a
you go to
prophet
the
or
prophet
something.
with idols in your
Let's
heart.
say I'm asking the prophet, who should I marry? But in my mind, I'm stuck on Deji. If I go to that prophet, he's gonna tell me Deji, because that God already knows
that's
that.
what you already want.
Yeah, like
That's what you
I
would
feel like I know
hear.
what you're saying.
Let's open the Bible.
I think it's more of like, because
Yeah,
the mistake that most people in our generation are doing is they don't want to have a personal relationship with God. They're more stuck on religion. And if you look, like, let's say Instagram, for example, there's so many like Christians on Instagram, but like when you hear them, for example, in interviews, the way they answer questions, you're like, skirt, like, move out, because this person's interpretation of what they believe as being or whatever, having a personal relationship with God is not the same as you. So if you're seeing someone, I think there was one time we were asking Deji about dyeing your hair. It's not like it's a wrong thing, but at the same time, you can't just say like, okay, it's bad for someone to dye their hair, or Tasha's hair is blonde, I should go and dye my hair blonde. Sorry for you to say that. But like, I'm pretty much just saying, like, you have to have your own religion, because I've met, personal relationship with God, because I've met people who God literally told them, don't wear fake hair, like shave your hair off. That doesn't mean that as a Christian you can't have wigs or have other stuff. So you kind of have to understand what God is stripping you away of to get closer to Him.
Before you give advice to someone.
Right.
Right.
Like, I don't know where it says this in the Bible. Basically, testing every spirit. Just because, there are certain things that are not like explicitly said in the Bible, and sometimes those things are kind of like, I don't want to say left up to interpretation like it's a bad thing, but people might tend to interpret it differently based on the level of their faith. So that's when it's important for you to take it a step further and be like, okay, hey, Holy Spirit, what are you saying about this for me? What are you saying about this for other people? What is this thing that you like? what do you want? What's your heart on this matter? And that I'm so excited to
Ezekiel 14. Now some.
So that's why it's important as Christians not to go to God with something really like.
You already have an answer to
Yeah,
that prayer.
right.
where you're
It's not
saying-
necessarily just an
That's not-
answer.
that's not-
It says, put before him what causes him to stumble into iniquity. So you don't just have an idea. So, for example, is having sex before marriage wrong, and you are praying about it, but you know that it is wrong.
And
You are just
doing it
looking
and
for a
praying about it.
justification.
Because some people don't ask for advice just to like hear what you
So
have to say.
they're looking for
Yeah.
justification.
Looking for a way
You're going to
out.
see someone that will agree with them.
Right,
I see.
right.
They're doing it. I don't think a lot of people do it intentionally, but it's just something that your heart is going towards. Like I gave the example of who I should marry. Let's say I have Deji and Anu. Like I know that I really, really want to marry Deji, but I still go to the pastor like, oh, I'm confused. I don't know where God is taking me to. But deep inside my heart, I know that even if he tells me Anu, I'm still gonna go to Deji. That's when God may tell the pastor to tell you something completely different because your mind is already stuck on one thing, and he knows that even if they tell you the truth,
I
you
think
won't.
this is very confusing. Sorry. Like,
Why do you want to marry Deji instead of
like
me?
no, this entire
I'm
like
just kidding.
Like,
I don't know.
It's an example.
Real quick, people have to be careful with your instincts. And
Instinct versus.
yeah, because I'm telling you, there's so many people that I know that have made like bad decisions because their instincts said so versus them hearing from God. Because trust me, you can be good at something. That's not God. That's not what called. That's
a
not
word.
what
It could
God
be good, but it's not
called
God.
to do on you. Because so many have. This is an all-rounder right here. She can cook, paint, do everything. But what was her purpose? Why did God bring her on earth? So it's kind of like you can have different skills. You can have things that you're good at, but a serious question to ask God every time you pray is, God, what's my purpose on earth? Because I was watching a video on Instagram of a lady who was actually meant to do her master's in nursing. Her mom was so proud of her, but literally halfway, God was like, go into ministry. She had to stop everything and go into ministry. So that is hard, you know. So it's kind of like, okay, yes, you're doing good. You haven't been fired yet and everything, but actually ask God, like, what's my purpose on earth? Because it might not be what your career should.
No,
like
it even happens in like.
I think because you haven't experienced it does
before.
happen. It does
Someone
happen.
Maybe you're asking
wrong
me
advice.
if you want to apply for a scholarship and you're like, oh, should I apply for this scholarship? But deep down, I want to apply for the same scholarship. Do you really think I'm going to tell you yes? Go ahead and apply.
People do it.
I'm going to tell you no, I don't want you to apply. I don't think it's good for you. I don't think.
It's not about hanging out though. Even in your
just-
family circle, you gotta be careful because every advice that your aunt or your uncle tells you, don't.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so people.
Even friends, everybody, be careful.
So people give.
The
Okay,
quiet
so
ones.
we agree.
Some
People
people-
give wrong advice
Yeah.
because probably they have something against.
Yeah,
Okay,
apparently.
so where's the conversation going? That's what I'm asking.
I'm
Like,
just
so what's
saying,
the
like,
question?
That was
Is there a
how,
question?
I'm just saying that, like, for you to.
No, I'm just wondering.
I already answered, like, for you to not be kind of open to such how do I say it? For you to not be open to such advice or words get into you, like the first person you should pray to about, like the first person you should talk to about such like decisions or questions should be God, because then God will answer you. But at the end of the day, people are still like strong-headed that they just want
Right.
to ask someone, and like at the end of the day, like the person you're asking, like from the verse we spoke about, like the person you're asking, like God is gonna give the person, because I already answered your question, but you're still
My-
going outside
My
to
own
seek
is
such
like,
what
watch your circle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
I used to
everyone.
like the
Even
circle
Emeka
of-
literally said, sorry, I don't want to bring up Emeka. Like,
Yeah, Emeka.
there's certain things like, he, like, God will reveal to you that you will probably never tell anyone.
Right.
yes.
So you just can't be blurting things out.
I mean, some people.
Like,
But I mean, you can't blame people. Like,
yeah, you can't.
it's like me sharing something asking a question
Bro,
here.
if God tells you something and you're
Who's your
going directly against what He's doing,
That's
then
right.
you can just
So, I'm just gonna use my own personal experience to be honest. So for me, I think, I just really, I need a direction right now.
what this is going.
Yes,
He's very
but
calculated.
what I think this conversation is about. So, if I pray to God about something, right, and I'm waiting for God to answer me in some way, shape, or form, right, or He tells me something and I'm not sure, I'm waiting for a confirmation. I wouldn't go and ask someone else. Usually, what happens to me is that people just tell me. Like, if it's a
Everyone is
confirmation.
different, though.
That's why I'm just wondering, is this what you're?
But you said it was personal, so is that your?
No, so
this
she's
is
saying
just-
that there are people out there that when they are praying, this friend was speaking to this video. There are people out there when they are praying about
Are you
they're asking God, but they also still there's some people that just want like second opinions, I want to say, right? So they go out there and they ask, maybe ask mommy here, go out there and ask one pastor, go out there and ask one prophet, just so that they could get like then for that's just what apparently some people do. Not apparently, some people actually do that, right? That's what we're trying to get at. But that's what it is. Some people are not very. Some people they want like, okay, God, like I really need something like very clear as day. I want you to make it known to me once, twice, 3 times. So I really use you. You apparently me I'm different because I just don't. I'm just chill trying to figure out what I'm doing. I just don't want asking people for this. But some people do that.
I think it's not that you're different. It's just that you develop your relationship with God, so you know how He speaks to you. But think of it as
Some
someone
people who don't hear from Him.
yeah, who's a beginner. Like
Well,
for
not
me,
sure.
Okay, now we're
It's
getting
okay,
somewhere.
okay.
Now we're getting
I
somewhere.
see.
yeah. So someone who's a beginner, they pray to God. Like for me, I prayed about God. Do you want me to be a doctor? But I kind of don't feel like I've heard anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with me asking like, hey guys, do you? I think I'm led to be a doctor, but like, do you see that in me? Like, do you think that that's
you ask
something?
us that question?
We need our kids. Where are they going to be going? Who is going to be a doctor here?
Would you
Please,
ask?
oh.
That's the thing. Would you would look for? But
Bad advice.
For someone to ask that question, would you ask?
Wrong
anyone
advice.
around?
Not just, but
You'd
like
be
people who are
doing
close
checkup
to
for
me, because
at least
you know
one.
you never really know how you are
No.
until like you see people who are looking at you. So it's like,
And-
maybe you're.
I was saying in that case, somebody cannot tell you, hey, can give you bad advice in that case.
Can give you bad advice.
I mean, I guess.
That's why I think I said test every spirit.
Because I think
But you're still looking at it from a like.
Oh, spiritual.
Think of me as I just given
A
my
beginner.
life to God. I'm a
Oh.
beginner. I don't really know about the testing. I just
Okay.
want to make sure that I'm on the right track.
I think
Okay.
I will lie. I
Okay,
think
I
some
get
things.
it
I
now,
think
sorry,
that their
it's
thing.
resolved.
I think with some Christians have this thing where they have they have a circle and they have a spiritual circle, and I feel like you can get carried away with asking both groups if you want to be a doctor. But the truth is, you should only have one circle, and that circle should be your spiritual circle. They don't have to be like a pastor or something, but it could just be something you can start. If you're a beginner, you can start with like friends and then stop. Friends that you met at church or something, and you know like they're trying
Praise team.
to help you or something, and you can just ask them, because I promise you, there's not everybody that is rooting for you, and there might be some good people there in life, but it doesn't mean that every good person is a Christian. That's the truth. So even if you're asking someone like, oh, do I want to be a doctor? The African answer, who will tell you no, please? Like, you're helping the kids, grandkids, everybody to pay bills and stuff. You know, who will tell you no? But it's the kind of thing like, is that what God called you to do? So.
And you have some people. It's not that they're not rooting for you. They just don't want you to pass them.
Yes.
Especially
Still,
your relationship.
you kind of still keep asking like the same friends you had that you know they're not on the same. They don't have the same. How I say
Okay.
Burning,
goal.
yearning?
Yeah, the same
Okay.
burning.
Yearning.
Same burning and
Yeah.
goal
Mhm.
like that you need for your relationship with Christ.
Right.
But you still keep asking them, and they keep like they know that you're trying to actually get your relationship with God right, but they still keep telling you to.
Fashions.
They're still trying. That's what I'm saying. That like they purposefully And I think the first thing would be actually praying to God, trusting God, listening to God, and then like, not that I wouldn't ask you, I'll ask you, but then I know the advice you're giving me doesn't correlate with God's advice. But at the end of the day, people still make decisions for themselves and just do not.
Do as you feel.
Is it Dodo?
I
Just someone you will come. Your roommates. Everyone, let's say hello.
Hey.
Who's it?
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. Hey, Sherry.
Hey, nice.
Everyone, this is my roommate, Sherry.
Hey, hi
Do you want to enter our
guys. Where's the
recording?
mic set, Anna?
Say hi to. Say
Oh,
hi
you
to
are
the
shooting
world.
something?
Yeah.
Ah,